Hello people. Whew, I hope you're all well. Here we are, camping, cooking, enjoying the great outdoors. It is one of the hottest days on record. All the local hospitals are full of people with heat stroke and other heat related problems. So we're going to have to take care, we're going to have to keep rehydrating throughout. And I've actually come out quite late, not because of any problems with the timetable or anything like that. I've been waiting for it to cool down a bit. But it is about 7ish, half 7ish. So I've had to come out because if I leave it much later, we'll be doing this video in the dark, and we don't want to be doing that, do we? Anyway, I'm going to get to camp, and I'll speak to you soon when I get there. Well, here we are in the camping spot. It's been a long time since I've been here, and I did have a bag of wood stashed. Somebody's found it and dragged it out, and I know it's a human because it was hidden away, and the wood was in plastic bags inside the plastic bag. So I'll have to tidy that up. Whew. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here. Don't know if you can hear the seagulls off in the distance. I assure you we're nowhere near the sea. We're practically in the centre of England. And let's see what time it is. It's actually 8:15. I've probably only got a couple of hours of light. Ooh, so much to do. Okay, this is where the shelter is going to be. So there's a lot of brambles or blackberry bushes, whatever you want to call it, and I'm afraid there's no room for both of them and me. So I'm not having a shelter damaged by the thorns on these little. So I'm going to clear a path, and I'm going to get the shelter up, and we'll get the night started. I'll speak to you soon. What with the heat and the physical exertion, I've had to take a couple of minutes. But you may be able to see I have cleared quite a good patch of brambles. So nothing should be going through the bottom of my shelter. I've still got to clean the mess up. I'm gonna have to, I don't think I'm going to use that tonight. I brought a twig burning stove with me, but with the heat, I don't think I'm going to need it. Even for comfort, it'd just be a waste. So I'll clean it up and do a better job of hiding it. I'm beginning to wish I'd brought some beers. Actually, I've had the bag packed, virtually packed for a few days, I've been meaning to come out for at least 3 days now, and I religiously go by the list. I have a list, as everyone should if you're a camper, and because it was mostly packed, I didn't look at my list, and there's a couple of things I have forgot. It's going to take a minute, and I'll probably put the shelter up, get the sleeping stuff in it, and we might crack on with dinner. I'm a bit peckish, and it is getting late, so I'll speak to you soon. There'll be some progress made, or not. I'll speak to you soon. Some progress has been made. As you can see, we've got the shelter up. I can't work out why the tent looks sort of whitey silvery on the camera, but in real life it's almost as green as the foliage around it. I've had to bring out a little rechargeable fan just to help things along. As I said, it's been the hottest day for a year. I think one of the hottest days on record here in England. So I still got to clean that up. Even though I didn't make that mess, it's my stash of wood that somebody found and dragged out and just scattered across the floor. So it's my duty to clean it up, like it's my duty to clean up any of my mess from tonight. I'm in the Trailstar tarp tent. Look at the air underneath that. If that was a normal tent, it would be so close and warm in there. But with the cold air coming through there, it's beauty. Yeah. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to get up. I'm going to have to practice it. I think I'm so good at putting tents up. So it disappoints me a little that it takes me so long. I've only done it a handful of times now, so I've still got to get the sleep kit in there, and I'm not quite as hungry as I was 10 minutes ago now. Even though I've used up a lot more calories. I've just got a few things to do before I can sit down and laze around. So I'll speak to you soon. Yay! More progress has been made. I've got the cooking equipment out. I've started getting the inside of the tent done. So all I've got left is clean the mess up and cook dinner. And I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the rest of the evening. I've got some music, got plenty of water, I've got me fan. I know it's a bit of a luxury, but if you look, it's not really that big, but it does produce quite a lot of cold air, and you have to take every opportunity to keep yourself cool in weather like this. It is so dangerous. If you are in Britain right now, or Europe, or any of the countries that aren't normally having such a heat wave, then do please be careful. Take care of yourselves. It can be so dangerous. I had heat stroke once back in the 90s, and wow, it was like I was steaming drunk. I was staggering and slurring, and I didn't know where I was, and oh no, I was drunk as well. But please, it is so dangerous. Don't be one of these people who, I can take it, no worries, I'm a strong person, and you end up in accident and emergency or casualty or whatever the equivalent is in your local area. Again, please be careful. As I said at the beginning, my local hospitals are jam-packed with people who either can't deal with the heat or have abused the heat. Or just to remind you one last time, it is dangerous. It isn't over yet. I know for a fact in Britain there's going to be at least another week or two of this heat wave, so please be careful. It's extremely dangerous. That's all I'm going to say about it, I promise. I'll speak to you soon. Well, we've got the water on. It's only just gone on, so it's nowhere near yet. And that's going to do the noodles, because we're having a chow mein, a black bean chow mein, I think it is, out of a packet. Well, the sauce is out of a packet, everything else I'm going to make myself. So I'll speak to you as that progresses on. Well, it is actually quite dark, but because the way cameras are these days, it makes the sky look as blue as you like. So we have, see all the mozzies. Food. Have water. To clean the dishes with. But it's nearly 10:30. It's unbelievable how quick it's gone. I think the fan is, although I don't need it anymore, it just seems to be doing a good job of keeping the flying bitey things away. So I'm just going to leave it on. I've got power bank to charge it off need be. So I'm going to eat my food now, although I'm not particularly hungry. So I'll speak to you soon. Oh, I struggled with that, I have to admit. Too much pasta. Too much noodles, should I say. Well, it's nearly 11 o'clock. So I'll be doing the dishes, and not long after that we'll be hitting the sack. Going to bed, whatever you want to call it. Whew. Okay. You don't want to see me do the dishes, so I'll speak to you soon. Well, that's it. I'm all tucked up. Got the quilt. And it's gone 12. It is nearly 10 past. So I'm going to try and get my head down. It's kind of warm. I've drank so much water. I'll probably get up in the night for a wee. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning, or I'll see you if anything exciting happens. Speak to you soon. Good morning. It's about 8 o'clock-ish. Yeah, and oh, look at this to wake up to. Oh. Oh. Now if I was in a tent, I'd have to do, it'd be some moggy in here, and I'd have had to have kept the zips open, and this is the perfect summer shelter, definitely. It's not too hot in here. I'm so happy with this shelter. So, I'll start getting up, getting motivated, and I'll use the bathroom. I'll speak to you soon. It is 17 minutes past 8 in the morning, and already it's hot, hot, hot. I had a quick brief look at the weather. Didn't look at any of the actual temperatures, but there was a blazing sun motif for every hour of today. I don't know if it's going to be as hot as yesterday, but it's going to be hot again. Kind of seems counterintuitive to be having hot coffee, but that's what we're going to do anyway. It's actually quite nice sat here. It's so tranquil. What a great night last night was, actually. I couldn't have asked for much better. Oh, it's got a bit of a breeze. Oh, that's nice. If it stays like that, if it's going to be a bit breezy, then I might stick around a bit longer. I'm going to make some coffee, and we'll see if the morning goes as swimmingly as last night did. So I'll speak to you soon. Yes. Cheers. Now that is a cup of coffee. Yes. Well, as you can probably tell, I've decided to have another drink. This time it's just your generic sachet coffee thing. And plans have changed. I was supposed to be getting everything put away and packed down early and getting out of here. But it's just actually been so nice. I've just been sat here listening to the radio, listening to the birds and the bees, and it's been a beautiful morning. Looks like I am probably going to end up going home by lunchtime. The hottest part of the day, I'll be traipsing home with a rucksack on my back. There's nothing wrong with changing your plans. Look at it. As you can see, there's like quite a lot of brush, and there is a path, sort of 30 meters in that direction. It's not a path that's particularly well used, so I am pretty much hidden away in here. Well, I'm going to relax again and just soak it up. It's nice to, I tell you what, as much as I love having campfires and wherever possible, or twig stoves, or they do add, if it's not cold, they still add something to the proceedings. And I had neither last night, and it's, how should I say it without making campfires sound bad? It just sat there doing nothing, not having to worry every few minutes about stoking the fire, or adding more firewood, or it was just so nice to have one less thing to worry about as I sat there doing nothing. It added to the pleasure of the camp last night, it surely did. There's no reason to I could switch off part of my brain, which we can all we all need to switch off parts of our brain sometimes. Stop yourself thinking too much, stop yourself worrying too much, stop yourself planning too much. You need to be able to switch things off every now and then. Reboot. That's what camping is to a lot of people. Especially if you're an inner city person. And all you ever hear is the traffic and the buses and the sirens of police, the emergency services, and next door arguing, and the dog on the other side who howls when the people leave the house, or inner city living can be quite stressful on the human body. And you don't even recognise it until you get out in the country, out in, even just the park in the middle of the city. That's why, in good weather, the parks fill up so quickly, because people need that dose of nature. And if you can get to spend the night out and just, like I said earlier, reboot
and just reconnect with what we're supposed to be doing, just sitting around in nature, not in high-rise apartment blocks. And although it's good to look out, they have lovely vistas when you look out of an apartment block. A friend of mine lives in an amazing apartment block in Leeds, and some of the views over the city are amazing, but not as fantastic as some of the views I've seen, especially on top of a mountain. Looking out on top of a mountain on a clear day, or looking out on top of a mountain, you've got a cloud inversion and you're actually above the clouds. It beats the view from any apartment block, or block of flats, or high rise, or anyway. I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to relax some more. Well, it's about 10 o'clock-ish now. Nearly finished my coffee. I've packed the cooking implements and whatnot away. Haven't started on the tent yet, but I'm about to. As soon as I finish that coffee, it's time to go. Because as I said, it's about 10 o'clock-ish, and the sun is becoming uncomfortable already. If I was going to sit here, I'd have to find some shade or go and sit in the shelter. It's already very oppressive. So it's going to be a hot day today. I might go and find a nice... I'll get home anyway first, unpack, and then I might go and find myself a nice... Well, I'll have a shower. Do bathroom duties, then I'll go and find myself a nice shaded beer garden to sit in. So, just to be a bit topical, it's still the World Cup going on. I hope your teams are still in. I hope your teams are doing well. I know there's only about 8 teams or something like that left in. Scotland went out, of course, so I've kind of not taken much notice because my team's out. But if your team's still in, I hope they do well. And certain, how do you say it? Well, no, I'll leave it as I hope your teams do well. So yeah, I'm going to finish this coffee and start packing down. It's already getting uncomfortable here. So I'll speak to you when there's more progress. So, as you can see, completely clean. I haven't left a scrap of anything. You wouldn't know I'd been... Well, you would know I'd been here because it's tidier than it was yesterday. I've cleaned up those bags. I've re-hidden everything. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed it. Every camp, every little adventure is different, and last night felt really different for some reason. Good different. Yeah, I didn't have to put up, start any fires or anything. But what a great night it was, and it's spectacular morning just to sit here in the rising sun. It is uncomfortable now, but yeah, it was nice just to sit here all morning, drink coffee, listen to the radio. I seen a little monkjack deer in the undergrowth over there. It creeped round and creeped round. but I had the radio on. I couldn't get the camera going without scaring it, and if I'd done it slowly, I would have had to get up to get to the radio as well, or I'd have got a strike against this video for copyright. So, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, please give me a like, and in the comments below let me know who you supported in the World Cup. If your team's out, who you're supporting now, who you want to win, who you don't want to win. Any questions about camping, let me know. Let me know in the discussions below. Well, that's about it. So I'm going to go. But before I do, most importantly of all, I want you all to take care out there. Remember, this weather is dangerous. Wherever you are, take care of yourselves. It can be a rough old world.